going on, everybody? Long time no see. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I uploaded. It's been challenging, both personally and, I use this term loosely, professionally, as far as, trying to maintain content creation. If you follow me on Twitter, I had posted that I was going to be taking a break from my main channel to focus on a project that I started with a couple of friends. We're doing a video and audio style podcast. I will leave links for that down below. Right now, the first part of the first episode is up on the new channel. We have 2 more parts to episode 1 that are going to be going up this coming Monday and the following Monday. As far as my personal channel goes, where you're seeing this video, a lot of the content that I was doing, as I've stated before, was meant to spark conversation. While I saw more and more people subscribing to the channel, I didn't see a lot of interaction happening when it came to discussing the content of my videos. So I decided that with the podcast, what we're going to do is I'm going to incorporate the videos or the ideas from my videos on my main channel into the discussions we have in the podcast, because I feel like, as far as being able to get out of it what I put into it, having people to actually discuss things with, I think will create better content, and it will also offer varying perspectives within the video, so that hopefully anybody watching the podcast or listening to it once we go to audio format will be able to find hopefully one perspective that they can identify with and interact based on that, or based on the other two. So the Mouthy Motivational Monday that I do on my channel, the Everyday Superhero segment that I wanted to do on here, those 2 segments are going to be implemented into the new podcast, so that the 3 of us that are involved continuously in the podcast will be switching off with each piece of content each week. Say I will provide the quote for the Mouthy Motivational. Salty will provide the Everyday Superhero. And then we'll switch off, and obviously there's going to be 3 of us, so we might implement another piece of content in there so that it evens it out. But I'm not neglecting my channel, and I'm not, letting my channel accumulate dust. I am working on new things that are going to be up on the channel. I'm not entirely sure when. It's just a matter of timing right now. One of the things I wanted to talk about briefly, as far as small creators like myself, within the last couple of years I took some classes at the local community college. One of those courses happened to be marketing, and one of the things that we talked about in marketing was what they call disruptors. things that come into the market and demand a market share of a certain industry, and they disrupt the rest of the market and try to take over it and become the prominent figure in that industry. What I saw within the last couple of days, there's a new streaming service called DLive, and it seems as though a very large content creator here on YouTube has announced that he's going to be live streaming his gaming exclusively with DLive. Now, I admittedly am just getting into learning about what DLive is, but it's not part of Silicon Valley. It's not part of, these gigantic corporations that own everything. It is, bare bones disruptor. It will disrupt the market because of what it has to offer. And I feel like it will inevitably kind of, I don't want to say completely destroy things like Twitch, but it really could pose a competitive threat, which I think is good for the market. So I will attempt to be live streaming on there a few times once I get the hang of it, so I will keep everybody posted. But as far as the new project with the podcast goes, I want everybody to look up Discussions with the Devil podcast. That's all you have to type in on the YouTube search bar, Discussions with the Devil podcast. And, go over, subscribe, and watch the first part of the first episode. We will have more parts of episode 1 coming up. And as far as episodes past the first one, we are working on them. I have some personal stuff that I have to deal with right now, so this upcoming Monday and the Monday following, just sit tight and watch those episodes, and hopefully by the time we need new content for the podcast channel, I will be able to contribute and have all of my stuff behind me, and we'll be able to resume recording without any sort of disruption in that respect. So I really appreciate everybody kind of hanging in there, and I hope everybody hangs in there with my personal channel, and I hope that you end up enjoying what you see over on the podcast channel. All the links will be in the description, and we'll talk soon.